Today we visit the West Rand and join the young Nqobile who dreams of becoming a personal chef. This is someone who prepares meals for people who either doesn't have the time to do it themselves or wants to have a professional prepare meals for them.
I'm still convinced to become a personal chef because it's fun just working around the kitchen.
For you to be successful in terms of culinary, you just need to go study and master all the elements of what you actually love. You need to be a people's person.
This is how we roll on MISA. We celebrate young people of excellence and give them a kickstart on the road to making their dream a reality.
My name is Nqobile. I'm currently 17 years old. I live in Matlakeng. I stayed in Soweto up until the age of 2, and then I moved to Nigeria. I wasn't really interested in making friends from my age. I was too shy. I don't really like talking to people, expressing my emotions to them. I don't really like talking about my emotions. I'm quiet. The first time you meet me, when you get to know me, I'm fun to be around with. I enjoy cooking a lot. I normally make my own dishes and garnish them as well.
My name is Ululama Ntitimba. I'm Nqobile's mom. I've got 4 girls, and Nqobile is the second born. Nqobile is a very humble child, soft, quiet, shy. So far, I'm having a smooth ride raising her.
The special people in my life are my parents, my little sisters, my aunts, aunties, gogo, I'm a guy. What my friends like about me is my personality and my sense of humor. Apart from my sense of humor is the way I can stand up for myself.
My name is Vesisonke Ziandam Titimba. I am Nqobile's sister. My name is Bitimalomia and Nqobile is my friend. The thing that I like about Nqobile is that she's very caring and loving. Besides her cooking, I'd say I love her personality.
They're special to me because they empower me, encourage me to become a better person and to forget about the people that hate you because they don't impact anything in your life.
At primary school, Nqobile was diagnosed with ID, or intellectual disability. This means that she has certain limitations in mental functioning and skills, like communication, social and self-care skills. Early detection and the right school support her to excel.
Before Nqobile was diagnosed with ID, grade 1 and 2 were just okay. The problem started when she was in grade 3. That's when the grade 3 teacher picked it up. And she then called us in and advised us to take her for assessment.
My understanding of ID is a person that has problems learning. It started in grade 3. I became frustrated. The teacher, she wasn't really making sense to me because we were a lot in the class and it's just frustrating for me.
Before we knew about her condition, she had that kind of stubbornness in her because she could see that she was not doing well at school, but she never understood why it was like that. I remember when the teacher called me, I just burst out in tears. She couldn't understand why. I just said, I can't take it that my child is not gifted academically.
I am Magdalene Marie Butner, and I'm an occupational therapist working at Pro Practicum School. Intellectual disability is basically a condition that affects cognitive skills and cognitive functioning. So it can present in various different ways. No one individual will have the same fallouts or areas of impairment. But what we often see is, especially in executive functioning, the cognitive skills will be impaired. Things such as planning, having insight into situations, self-regulation, self-control, those higher cognitive functionings are often the things that we see.
Another thing that changed when I came to school is realizing that you're different from other kids. Other kids are passionate and academically, and I'm just passionate when it comes to my hands.
They said we must take her to a remedial school. So she went to a remedial school, West Rand school. Then West Rand, when she was in grade 6, they then advised us to take her to a pro-practicum. So I think the school also, it played a big role in assessing her. And pro-practicum is being a great school. She started to have academic achievements from the first year, which she never had before. Her confidence as well grew.
When things get tough, I remind myself of the meaning of my name, which is Conqueror, and that motivates me.
The more she was understanding it herself and accepting it, it also brought peace in me.
The most important thing I will remember is not to forget the people who inspired you.
Nqobile's dream of becoming a professional chef is something that I support 100%. And I think she has taken it from me because I have trained chefs for 8 years. At first, it was, I want to be a chef because I want to play with knives, you know. And little did she know that by that time, she was actually falling in love with food. I've got passion of food, and that's where Nqobile get it from. If I ask her to dish up for me, I'm expecting a plate that says, eat me. Don't throw on my plate. Have manners with the food.
It is very important for me to follow this dream because I love food.
My friend being a personal chef is a good idea. I think she should reach for the stars, and I know that's where she's heading.
What I've done so far to get closer to my dream is studying hospitality, and I've been doing it for 4 years.
2 words that describe what my sister means to me is love and caring. Nqobile means a lot to me. I can't describe it.
I see Nqobile reaching her dream because of her passion about her dream, and the passion about food, and the passion to prosper.
Nqobile, my friend, I wish you all the best, and just know that I'll always be there for you.
Nqobile, my sister, I wish you all the luck and the love. I hope you enjoy your dream, and everything that means to you must come true.
Finding the right school has made all the difference for Nqobile to shine. With the love of her family and friends, the world must watch out. When Nqobile meets her MISA coach, she will have to step up to the challenge all by herself. Nqobile dreams of becoming a personal chef. She has worked with the intellectual disability to channel her love for food into a career choice. Time to meet her coach.
My name is Nqobile from DK. I'm actually a chef, and I work for Studio 411 Eat Out, which I'm the head chef for Studio 411. It's a company that I built myself to serve clients out there, which is corporate clients and even individual clients. For you to be successful in terms of culinary, you just need, not even culinary, everything. You just need to go study and master all the elements of what you actually love. Personality side, I would say you need to be a people's person. You need to be able to communicate out there. You need to be able to go out as a business, to just go there, negotiate your way in, and for even the client to understand you. Never be arrogant, because arrogancy somehow it's something that puts us down. The biggest misconception about being a chef is working long hours and not probably being able to sleep. And for a man, they'll probably say you're doing a woman's job whilst you're not a woman that's supposed to be cooking in the kitchen.
I just received a call from my coach Tepo, and he said I will be preparing a dish for a client that he'll be having today.
Nqobile.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Yeah, but
I'm speaking with Tepo here.
Okay.
I go by the name of Chef T.
We have a client coming in today, nah? And that means you're going to be the one that's preparing the food.
So with that client, they just need to something that we would just do, which is like for lunch, but we're going to do something that's simple. So I would like me and you to actually do it. So how do you feel like today? Do you feel like you're strong with this? You can make this thing happen, and we can just run with it.
Yes. And I'm nervous, but a bit nerve-wracking, but surely I won't let anyone down. My expectations are just to enjoy my day and learn a lot.
Nqobile's challenge today is to create a homely meal. When I say a homely meal, you know a homely meal has to have things like stew in it, has to have like something that's like spinach, which is like creamy, and with like beetroot, something that everyone in South Africa we grow up with. So this is like food that our mothers used to do for us whilst we were growing, which is her challenge today, to actually take this menu, give it to one of my clients, and for my client to be so impressed with what she created in terms of reminding her to say, you know what, I'm reminded of myself being at home, my mom cooking this kind of food for me and stuff. So that's Nqobile's challenge today. Hey Nqobile.
Hello.
How are you? Nkhona. Nqobile.
Yeah.
Tsep. Sebangena manje. Okay, let's do this thing. So we're just going to get into it as we spoke on the phone. The first part of your challenge is the stew. So you're going to master that stew. You're going to make your own taste out of that stew. It's going to be nice and creamy, and it's going to be just something that's nice and out of this world. The second part of the challenge, we have beetroot that you have to cook it properly, and then after cooking it properly, you're just going to make sure that it is al dente. So it mustn't be soft on the teeth. So it needs to be like, it needs to have that nice bite, and you'll just mix it well with all the seasoning that you would actually just master yourself, okay? And lastly, you need to do your creamy spinach. On the bab side, which is like the last mold that you're going to make. So we normally make it papanje the way it is, and then we just put it onto a plate it most of the time. But this one, we're just going to mold it. So that's what we're going to do. So before we go into it, I think it would be best if you just wash your hands, because hygiene is the most important thing ever in culinary. You know that, right?
He seems like a nice person, very interesting, and he has his own business for a starter, so it might be very interesting for the day. So is the client a food critic or?
No, it's just a normal client who just loves food. They're not here to criticize. So Ash is one person who normally likes us to prep food for them. It's either sometimes she's with her friends or by herself at home, where she just wants us to just cook for her. And this is where, as a personal chef, you would come in. Entrepreneurship for me, it's a way of life right now. We are in South Africa right now. There's so much of unemployment rate that's happening. So as entrepreneurs, we need to try to make sure that we create jobs out there, and we need to try to come up with concepts that would help the other person that's next to me to say, you know what, how about you come through, work with me, and let's see where we could take this business. And it's going to alleviate unemployment, which is now making sure that people now are employed. And then from there, you take the spinach itself, put it into it, and you take a bit of milk, put it so that it can make steam underneath. Your onion just needs to be soft. My overall impression with her, she has the elements, she has what it takes, she has the love of doing it, and you could see her, she does it with pride and she does it with joy.
Nqobile has been working hard with a coach to prepare a hearty meal for a client. The client is expecting an exceptional meal and is known to be quite fussy and particular. Hopefully, Nqobile can impress. Find out after the break. Nqobile has no doubt in her mind that she wants to be a personal chef one day. This means preparing meals for clients who are much less forgiving than when you make a meal for your family. Hopefully, Nqobile's hard work in front of the stove with a coach will pay off and the client will love what she has prepared.
All right, Nqobs, are you ready for the second part of your challenge? Yes. Okay, there we go. And you could just go for it, which is the pap first, and then after that you'll mix your beetroot according to the way you're supposed to mix it. Would you like, yeah, you could check that one first before anything else.
So far I think I'm doing pretty well. Right now I'm chopping the beetroots into cubes. I know that my dish is going to be garnished well.
So you're going to mold your pap in there?
Why do you guys put butter? For not to stick or it's more flavor?
For it not to stick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, you see it's reducing nicely now. When you plate for a client, you just need to make sure they eat before they could eat with their mouth. So it needs to look juicy. At the same time, it needs to taste very, very well. So that now when she takes it, puts it into her mouth, like she's the most happiest person ever. Now, what you need to do, you need to make your pap as much flat. Can you see now it's round? It's roundy. Look at it. So you could just put it in that one, in the big plate. A bit, take it out again. Yes. Put it in, take the juice, spinach itself, yes. Then you have the meat. Just need to choose like nice cuts of meats like that one, and then just keep on adding and adding and adding. You're going to take the juice now of the meat. You just need to push it so that it is presentable. And then the last part, what are we doing?
Beetroot.
Beetroot. because this is plating. So you're not going to take this the way we would normally do it in Lind, where you put it here as it is.
So I'll take another bowl.
It needs a bowl.
Okay.
This is for your garnish now.
My confusion disappeared when my food started looking good.
She approaches food at a different level. She understands the food elements that are required. And when I took her to the stove, she understood how everything works. She understood how to even do the chopping part, which is something that not anyone can do.
I'm
good. I have Nqobile here.
Okay, hi.
She's aspiring to be a personal chef just like me.
Okay.
So she's the one who prepared your food today.
Okay.
And you're going to experience how she did the food. Taste every element for me first.
You know I don't like beetroot now.
I know that you don't, but she did it differently though.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. The stew tastes a bit, there's some, did you burn it?
A chef can never tell. A chef can never tell.
A chef can never tell. It's not bad though. Everything tastes familiar. I like that.
You like that?
Yes. You know, I don't like beetroot, so I'm delaying tasting it even. I'm very particular about things like beetroot. Everybody wants to cook it with vinegar and salt only and mayo. Yeah. I like the combo also.
Thank you.
I love your stew. It also reminded me of, it was nostalgic. So I know a lot of the times lately people put a lot of, spices and it becomes thick, sometimes watery. But this, I love it so much. It's nostalgic but modern at the same time. Just reminds me of home. The pap I absolutely love. It's smooth. It was not too salty or anything like that. So I'm absolutely happy with that. Spinach, I'm very particular with it because the only spinach I eat is my grandmother's spinach. So this was very nice. Maybe not too creamy. Maybe add a little bit more cream, or I don't know what else you would add to it to make it more creamy and thicker, but I love it. And then the beetroot, there's something zingy to it, so I like that. The what is this? Can I say the shock in my mouth? Yes, it tastes great. I like it. So yes, you did well. Yes, you're gonna be a great personal chef.
Amazing food came out from her. She actually balanced all the elements according to the way they're supposed to be balanced.
My plans from here onwards are to continue hospital studies and learn the principles of food. I'm still convinced to become a personal chef because it's fun just working around the kitchen.
Nqobile, you are a chef already. I see so much of potential. I see you closing gaps in South Africa in terms of the culinary arts. I see you being a person that's going to touch other lives outside of South Africa. And I see you running your own thing. Follow your dream. There's nothing that's stopping you. That's something that I'll tell you.